Black history is more than just slavery.
I have a dream that my four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Let's begin now.
Hello, my name is Kendall Hendricks, and I am the former president of the Black Student Union at Forest Hill Community High School, and I'm here to tell you how BSU is getting it right. The president who preceded me is Hope. Hope's commitment and dedication of getting Black students on campus together to speak on issues that affect African Americans in this country and in our educational system was shown every single day. Even the things that Hope balanced personally as a senior in high school, she still showed her commitment and dedication to Black Student Union. Hope has motivated me to be myself, to embrace it, and to succeed. That same inspiration is what I want to give to others. Not only did Hope inspire me with BSU, but so did our sponsor, Miss Michelle Scott. All year long, Ms. Scott kept saying to us that this club is for us. She gave us the freedom to speak out and speak up of whatever we think or however we feel. Because of that freedom that she gave us, it has encouraged me to speak up and speak out whenever I feel a certain way about certain issues that are going on in the world. And because of that freedom, I am forever thankful and grateful for her for that. Being a leader with Black Student Union has taught me the importance of listening to others. Because being a leader and being a president does not just mean that what I say goes. You as a president are representing others. So you need to listen to others to get a better perspective of things, to understand why others think what they think or how did they come to that conclusion. By listening to others, you can start to think differently. You can be more open-minded. I plan on taking these leadership skills with me as I attend college at the University of Florida. Now to hear from some of our Black Student Union sponsors at some of our schools.
For a Black Student Union, or what I try to create, is a culture where students can gather and exist in a space where they are unapologetic about who they are, where they can learn more about aspects of their culture that they may not see on the daily basis in their homes or in their communities, where they can also learn about advocacy for things that they may be experiencing in their communities or on their campus, and how to go about that. Definitely a place where we can explore various emotions that come with being a part of an oppressed group. It's a place of, it's a community, it's a group, but it's not all, it's not all about just being Black. For my Black student unions that I've run, I like to be inclusive of other people. So it's not just about Black students experiencing Black things, but it's also about including other people so they can understand the positioning of being a Black student, at this school, and so that we can share cultural experiences to just be a stronger campus.
The BSU here on the middle school level, it tends to look less about advocating and look more as a place to celebrate Black joy. We are at the middle school level, you're only just getting introduced to U.S. history in 8th grade. And so by the time they start coming to the club, they don't know anything about slavery. They don't know anything about the civil rights movement because that's not hit until middle school. Here in Jupiter, we have a lot of mixed race kids that are raised by the non-Black parent or the non-Black American parent. And so a lot of Black American history is completely new to them. And so this tends to be a place to amplify their voices in a joyful manner. And the way we do that is by playing games. There's lots of trivia that they get to make up the questions. We started with the Kahoot and we started with Blookits, and so that there were feelings of success in there. And that is now transitioned to where they're creating the questions. And there was this really bright moment that I knew BSU was going to work in Jupiter when the kids were struggling with what to write. I don't know any Black history. And I had the kids look at their neighbor sitting right next to them, because that's what neighbors do. I'd look at their neighbor. I said, well, ask a question that you know about your friend right here, because your friend is Black, so their Black history. And it was just right. That smile, that oh, was everything. And I knew we were on the right track. That's the direction we've taken the club.
I think it kind of, I don't even know if I actually chose it. I think it chose me. It kind of just fell in my lap. And speaking with Dr. Robinson and, you know, what she was doing with the school board, I felt, okay, it's getting the Black kids together. And at the time, you know, there were some issues in Atlantic that I was not really comfortable with. So I just wanted to provide that outlet for the students. It was no unity there. So I think for the most part, it chose me. And I'm glad it did.
I would say the impact that I've observed over the last couple years is I just see growth among students, which is all designed for. It's a student-led, student-centered organization. And they have taken initiatives to, first of all, reach out to each other, to form and establish that sense of community amongst the BSUs throughout the district. You know, beyond just the schools, within the community, you know, some of the activities that they have led themselves, even this past, you know, during this past school year, even some of the Black student unions coming together, coming here to the district and being able to use their voices to even speak to our own superintendent and our executive cabinet around the needs. And most importantly, just hearing the experiences of Black students from Black students. So I would say the most noticeable growth is just the charge and initiative that the students have led, not necessarily without adult supervision, but without adults pushing them to be able to use their voices.
Greetings, I am Marco Sirius, a first-year civil engineering scholar at Florida A&M University, a recent alum of West Boca Raton High School. Today I'm here to talk to you about the leadership skills I learned and developed over my time of being Black Student Union's co-president. So, first thing I can tell you guys about how to develop your skills as a leader is place yourself in positions where you need to be uncomfortable. Places that you don't necessarily want to be in, you still place yourselves in that. For me, that experience was being an SGA. Obviously, we live, or at least for me, we go to a very predominantly white school, right? So being an SGA, obviously most of our presidents, most of our secretaries, our vice presidents, our treasurers, even people on the student body are usually people that don't really understand our experiences and things to be in there. So it was always an important thing for me to be kind of like an outlook into another perspective of the school. And for me, that was being Mr. Bull, because I might not seem like it right now, because like we're in video right now. You can't really see how I act, but I was Mr. Bull, so I was a spirit person. I did everything spirit doing. I made sure that all the students feel involved and loved in our school, and I brought that same attitude towards Black Student Union, because at the end of the day, the goal of Black Student Union is to let people know about the culture that Black people here in the United States especially have an impact on everything, and people don't realize it. Second thing I would say is that don't complain. Once you put yourself in a leadership position, if you see a problem, you fix the problem. One thing I will say about my board is that they were very persistent on when I didn't do something or my other co-president do something, they would follow up right behind us. Make sure you always have that level of accountability wherever you are in that place of leadership. Because if there is a problem, you sitting there complaining about it is not going to do nothing for you. It's literally going to take you 2 miles backwards, and that's not where we want. We want to go forwards. So, you see a problem, you do that thing, all right? And always listen to the advice of your peers. Because I know sometimes it's like, okay, I'm in this higher position. Why do I got to listen to people? I am this, that, and third. But no, these people honestly want the betterment of you. And I would also say, like, kind of like dissing on my back statement, do not take, what's it called? Don't let somebody discourage you that you wouldn't let encourage you, pretty much. Don't take people's word that you would not trust word for word for them to give you criticism on, because chances are they're trying to get less for you. But as you in a leadership position, you know you have to be able to assess and see things that went through that and be able to put them towards your position. And last but not least, I would say go over everything you did and reevaluate everything that you felt that wasn't up to par. For me, for example, every time I had one of my exec board meetings which were run in order to Robert's Rule of Law, I always went over and see what could I do better to make sure that we run this as effectively as possible as a team, actually, right? Because although I was in the front leading the presentation, the meeting with my co-president, at the end of the day, we are a team. We're here to help our board, our general board, right? We're the executive board for a reason, to execute everything in the processes that are here for the club. So feel free to ask me any questions if you have anything about BSU. I got you. Anything about SGA, I got you. All right. My Instagram is Marklin Sirius. It's MarcklenCirius. Thank you. Have a great day.